Hello, hello, hello. So I thought before I started my day, I would do a video of my wonderful friend Pamela and Ricky, the journals that I made for both of my dear friends, and I thought I would take you guys along. So this very first one is from my wonderful friend Pamela. I just love her. I adore her. She is such a kick. She is always encouraging me and has from the very beginning. So we decided that we would make journals for each other. So this is mine for her. Pamela reminds me of butterflies. You know how there's so many different symbols and stories about butterflies. It does represent new birth, new beginnings, so many wonderful things. And she's so wonderful to me. So I wrapped it up in this wonderful butterfly fabric that I had gotten at Walmart for her. And then I had printed her this wonderful story, which I'm not going to read because it's got like some personal stuff on it between her and I. But I did that. And then I found this wonderful digital kit from Cheryl Francis Art. Now, I love Cheryl Francis Art. She is just a digital artist who literally, I think like she gets into my mind and she creates these wonderful things. So because I was doing a grungy one, I found this wonderful little butterfly girls. And so I made some tags for her. And the first one says, "And so the adventure begins." And I hope that the journal is an adventure for my wonderful friend Pam. And then I did this one. I just had a lot of fun making these. I have this little bucket downstairs in my studio and it's just full of offcuts of lace and I'm trying really hard to start using that up. And so then I created this one for her. Everything is backed onto coffee dyed paper on both of them, as you can see. And then if you've watched any of my other videos, you will see that I have been using this like grungy tape that I tape down to make my grungy papers. And this is another example of how you can use it. I just backed it up onto here. And so I made her a couple of these tags because she likes the mixed media. And then this is NISA. NISA stands for New Beginnings, which just fit. And I basically grunged the heck out of it because I love grunge. And so she wanted to have one of the grungy ones. Now this beautiful lady that you see here is actually from Cheryl Hood. You can hook up with Cheryl over at Boho Daydreams. She does these wonderful prints on fabric. And so that is what I did. So let's open it up. Let's see, what do we have here? And I still haven't learned how to keep my computer going so that the screen doesn't go off. So as you can see, this is just put on the back of a crocheted doily, and then I just stitched everything onto it. I have all sorts of different goodies there, and there's some like different elements and lace. And again, and the sari silk is from Sheila over at Boho Daydreams. You can get a hold of her over there too if you want some of her fabulous goodies. And then this page here is actually on the back of an old file folder that I had. You can see that here. And then this is some vintage material that I have been using. I used it in my other journal that I had sent off to Mia. And so, yeah, so we're just trying to use things up. And then this actually, so my original thought was to have this with this. And yeah, well, sometimes things don't work out as I plan. And when I had stitched the journal in together, I forgot to stitch this into the signatures. But hey, it's still a beautiful case. She can always move it around or whatever else she has. And on this, I just took some coffee dyed paper, did my crazy stitching. This again is just some old material scraps that I put on there. It has a whole bunch of different inspirational sayings on some cards. And that is what we did. So then this actually, you can remove the entire journal from this as well. So then she has like a little bookmark, and then I just made some more writing space for her that I thought she would enjoy. So then that goes over here. The digital kit that I'm using here, oh my goodness, I am going to forget. I'll try to remember to link it in the description box. But if not, I have actually linked this in some of my other videos. But it is a tall, skinny, grungy kit that I did. I love it. This is some lace that I actually got from Hobby Lobby. And then you can open it. Everything is backed on coffee dyed. And then I'm just using a vintage as well as new little doily pieces. I know she loves laces. And this too is from, oh, I think this is from Cheryl, but I could be wrong on this kit. I will try to remember to link everything. Old magazine covers. This is actually some of my jelly printing pages. And then this is some more old vintage fabric that I had, and I tried to sew that onto everything. Little belly band with some lace and some goodies. This is from an old book that I found in a thrift store on my mini adventures with my friend Ricky. I have found it, and I thought, well, this will just be wonderful. Sorry, you're gonna see my arm flip over. And then this is part of that butterfly butterfly collection that I had printed out and done the tags on. And so it's the same as these girls here. It's the same as this collection right here. And then these are my other girls that I had done the last video in. Just more yummies for her, some more goodies. I gave her lots and lots of writing space. While I like to add and do a lot of things in my journals, I also love journals that you can actually use. I love my journal from Lori B. And I write in it all the time, and so I always try to do that. But that being said, I also like to have a lot of different goodies. So then I made her another flip through. So I wanted to use up the last of this vintage fabric that I had. And so then I just layered it with different laces. Another one of Cheryl Hood's Printed Ladies is on here. There's another little lace fabric there. Try to get it up where you guys can see. There's just a million different layers. This is one of Tim Holt's little pin holders. So just lots of goodies. And then you flip that up. And then this is the leftovers of the folder that I had used. And so that became a pocket. And then you just open this up, and she has a ton more writing space in there. And she also has on the back side, there's another tuck space for another bookmark in there for her to write on. And then just more goodies, some more of this vintage fabric. And then this is some paper bags that I actually found at a secondhand store. And so then I just tried to put in more papers. This is some of the grungy papers that I, whoops, sorry, out of frame. This is some more grungy papers that I had done. And so I just gave her some of those. This was some more grungy paper that I had made, and then I just photocopied. And I love when I coffee dye my papers. I have an inexpensive printer, but I love the look of how things bleed through. And so that is what this did on here. This again is just a photocopy of some of my grungy papers, some more vintage papers, some more tags. And then I just stamped on this one. I had a lot of fun just doing different stamping, just grunging up. This is some paper that I actually spray painted. So I just took some vellum that I had. Actually, I think this is tracing paper. And sorry, I don't know how to keep that going. And then I just spray painted this marble look on it. And so that opens us up to our middle page. There you go. And so then just lots of little tuck spots, lots of writing, because this is just going to be a fabulous year for her. I know it. You know, she is just so amazing. If you haven't had the pleasure of meeting her, you know, she is like the world's biggest cheerleader. Just more goodies into that paper bag, more coffee dyed paper, more coffee dyed paper. Let's see, some more lined paper. And this too is again one of my, I just printed off some jelly prints that I had done. This is a really, really delicate lace, but I had made a pocket, just sewed up on some more of this material I'm trying to use up. I used my little stamping. Now, I even have like a stamping plate that makes sure things on. I like the grungy look, and so like I purposely try to make this part darker, make it look faded and aged. So, you know, I love the grunge. And then of course we have to have another tag of our wonderful lady. And then that goes in here, more of my grunge papers from Jelly Printing. And that is it for this one. And so, Miss Pamela, I sure hope that you love it, love it. I sure had fun making it for you, and I will pop this in the mail next week and get that out to you. So let me move this, because we're gonna move on to Miss Ricky's. And I actually, hopefully the weather doesn't stop us. We will be leaving for Idaho tomorrow. So let me push that up. And so I have made my wonderful friend Ricky this journal. I actually started thinking about it a few months ago when I had seen her. And so I made this out of a pair of old jeans. I'm in the process of losing weight. They had diagnosed me with diabetes, so, you know, I had to slim down a little bit to get them sugars under control. And so I've lost like 90 pounds, and I go through a lot of clothes. And so now when I shop for clothes, I literally look for things that I can make into my junk journals. And these pants were one of them. So they were like on clearance for like $5. So I went ahead and just cut it up. This idea right here is from Grunge Girl Lori B. I actually seen her do this kind of spine. And so I've done it on a couple of my journals. And then all I did is when I cut the back of it, this is the back part of my set of jeans, I then cut the pockets off to re-sew them on there, and it just made a wonderful wonderful pockets. Then this is just a mixed media tag that I had made her. It's got where she can write on the back. Now, I'm not sure if she wants me to show everybody's pictures, so I'm gonna just flip that over, because that was a picture of her wonderful husband, but I wasn't sure if she wanted me to show them on. I didn't ask permission, so I'm gonna flip that over. And then this is the front. The Sari Silk is from Sheila again. So I don't know if Ricky cares or doesn't care. So I'll hide you, Ricky. And that was me. That was about 20 pounds ago, so I'm getting there. And then, of course, again, her wonderful husband. He's always running us around. And then this is an ATC card that I actually did for Vanessa on Junk Journal Junction. She does like these monthly challenges. So this was one of the ATC cards that I had did. And I thought, you know, this just matches perfect with this journal. So let's open it up. This doesn't have a lot of goodies. I made this journal because she makes all these wonderful things. And so I thought this is a perfect place that she can tuck all of her pockets and all of her goodies in. So I just sewed another pocket on here, and I just shoved in something to show her that she had a pocket there. And then this signature, I made an extra one from when I had done another journal, which I'm going to do another one similar to this to show you how I do a full bore on mixed media journal, how I build up. And I generally make those larger. The pages, everything are generally like 12 by 10. And so this is just some of my dyed, coffee dyed. Yes, this is me being all dramatic because we were leaving. Some more pictures of us. And then this is some more of the dyed papers that I had done. This is some fabulous embellishments that I get from my wonderful friend Susie. You can find her on Etsy over Mary Not Martha. She has some wonderful goodies. These is a belly band from Sheila again. And then these are just pictures that I had. This was from the paper pack I had. Then this is just an, oops, sorry. I have to be able to see myself to make sure I stay in frame. And then this is, I believe this was sent to me, but I don't remember who, because I have been very blessed by so many people. And what I did with this is actually just me doodling with a glue stick. So I just made some designs, like poured it out, and then I painted the glue, and then I stuck that on there. And I did that in a few journals. Some of them I make pockets, some is just embellishment, but it just gives you some more wonderful texture. And then this is the back page. It has a pocket there for her. Now this is super thick paper too. Ricky is an amazing artist, so I thought if she wanted to, she could even paint on these papers. This is some vintage paper. Well, it's not really vintage. It's meant to look vintage that I bought off of Amazon. So I just sewed that on there. Again, this is my dyed paper, an Edith Holden page. Some more goodies, some papers. This is all from Sheila, all her wonderful, beautiful trims. They make wonderful belly bands, amongst many other things. This is just the dyed papers that I made, which I'm going to have to do again. I just had a lot of fun with these. So I don't know if you can actually see. We'll try. But I did do like a lot of different doodling on there. I like to have things in the background that you can explore as you're opening up the journal. Coffee dyed on this side. This is just regular lined paper. This is just an envelope where she could tuck something in if she wanted. More dyed paper that I did. And I did this with just regular old dye that you buy at Walmart. This is a glassine bag that I did. I just kind of decorated it, and then she could, I'm pretty sure I don't have anything on there because there's just like this beautiful little scene, and then she could stuff things in. Coffee dyed paper, lined paper, some more of Sheila's beautiful trim that I put on there. There's that stamp that I love, and so yeah. So there's that. This is a watercolor. I wanted to do like a disconnected butterfly. So this was me practicing. So I actually watercolored all of this. Then this again is just more regular papers. This was from the kit. It's a Stamperia kit, and I forget the name of it. I really don't remember. I'll try to remember. I'm not really good about adding the descriptions because I get busy and then I forget to write things down, but I'll try to remember. This is some more coffee dyed papers. This comes out of my summer bulk. So what I do in the summertime is I get a big pan of coffee dye, and then I literally throw stacks of paper in there, and then I just kind of like rotate it throughout the couple of days where it just sits and sits and sits, and it just scrumptious them up, and then I literally just plop them out, and it's so hot in my basement that it just dries them. I don't put anything in the oven because I'm not allowed to. My husband is convinced that God has sent me fire angels, and that was all from the beginning of our marriage when I was learning to cook. I may or may not have caught the oven on fire a couple of times, you know, but it's been a while, you know. I haven't done that in a couple decades. So then this is some more, my jelly prints. Again, I like to just do doodling on them. It just makes for interest in the background. Some more of the papers I dyed. This is all the back sides. So she has just a ton of writing space. Then this too is just where she could write more. There's paper bags in there for her. This again is the tracing paper where I had just spray painted on it, and it gives it this wonderful effect. I just really love doing that. Some more stamping. This is the back side of that watercolor that I had done. This on this one is not the butterfly. It shows the little dragonfly. So again, it's just me trying to do, I like abstract and disconnected things, and that's what I kind of put in my journals. And it also has some more of the fancy stitching. And then that's your middle page that you open up. And again, there's that beautiful stamp. We have a little bit of washi tape put in there just to strengthen everything. And then another disconnected butterfly that I like to do. And so then lots and lots of pages for her to put all of her wonderful goodies on. It's actually only one signature because these papers are so heavy and so thick. One was all I really needed, and I wanted to leave room for her to be able to add all of her goodies too. And then I did add another one for her, so she got more than one set, and this is just another one of my watercolors and some more of Susie's little embellishments. Just love what she sends. And then this is another glassine bag that I just went ahead and did some collaging on for her. So then she has another little tuck spot back in here. So lots of tuck spots. This is actually a tuck spot, or is it not? Some of them are. Nope, that one isn't. These are, again, just the papers that I had done jelly printing, and then I had dyed some more on there. Another one is Sheila's little things that she can stick something in there for. And then another Edith Holden, some more pictures of her and I, some more goodies. Oh, there's my big face. This is the picture from when we first met. So this is when we had met in Utah. And some more of Sheila's Good. I don't know if this is, I think this is Sheila's Goodies or it's Susie's. More Sheila, I know that for sure. And then we're coming to the end. And I just love how these all picked up all of these wonderful colors, because what I do is when I dye, I let that dye soak into these tin pans, and it just makes this wonderful grunge that it kind of like reactivates when you just shove the paper in there with some more coffee in it. It just comes out perfect. And then she has another pocket on the back. And so there you go. So many wonderful journals that I've had the pleasure of just making for my wonderful friends. I'm so incredibly blessed that I have all of them. And I get to go see Ricky tomorrow. So you never know. You might see something from that adventure too. So thank you for coming along. Thanks for all the support, guys. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Ciao.